clever people.
Welcome to our review of Concussion. Connor, what is this movie about?
This movie is about a man who discovers something is wrong about football players, and they're getting this strange disease. What did you think about this movie?
I thought this movie was okay. I didn't love this movie. I got bored with it sometimes. I thought it was just strangely... I thought that it was slow at times. I mean, a lot of it was entertaining, but a lot of it could be really, really slow. I thought that Will Smith and both Alec Baldwin, I think they were both great.
Yeah. Will Smith was amazing. His best performance yet, in my opinion.
Yeah, because, I mean, he didn't try to get his kids in it. He's not like,
After Earth,
and Will Smith and my wife in it, too. I need all three of them, and all three of them to get paid $10 million and plus $50 million for me. Just like Independence Day Resurgence. Glad that he wasn't on that movie. So, I was glad to finally see him be passionate about a role that didn't involve his kids, like After Earth. I thought Alec Baldwin did great. Because, I mean, he was good in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, but I didn't know that he was that good of an actor. I haven't seen a lot of Alec Baldwin before, so I thought it was great. And what I loved is how they displayed two traits of humans in the movie. They displayed greed really well and insanity. You know, the guy in the car, that scene was just, those scenes were powerful. He wasn't in it much, but I'll just say a guy in a car, he was very, very powerful.
He was amazing, and he was just, like, hammer destroying stuff in his house. Yeah, that was amazing. I really liked, the score. The score was really great.
The score was good.
And I really liked how, like, whenever there's an autopsy, he puts on his headphones, and you can hear, like, muffled songs. And then, like, the second he put it on his headphones, you hear songs. And it's really, really cool. I like that aspect. Will Smith, Oscar-worthy.
I don't think he was necessarily Oscar-worthy, but I think he was really good.
I thought he was Oscar-worthy. I thought the romance was done really well.
To me, that was a huge issue with the movie. That was a huge gaping hole. One, that he'd be so open to letting a stranger in his house.
Yeah,
I know that he's religious and everything, but, like, you just randomly let a stranger into your house? Okay, random dude comes off the street. Hey, can I live in your house? Sure. I go up to Will Smith. Hey, can I live in your house? Sure. I mean, that would be awesome, but it kind of felt weird. And then the love romance, I just didn't see it. I just felt like it was forced. You may have liked it. I just felt like it was forced in there and that it didn't really need to be in there.
Yeah. I thought, what didn't you like about this movie?
Well, obviously the love relationship and him letting a stranger into his house. I thought it was kind of long, that they could have cut out at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, they could have cut out a lot of scenes.
Yeah. I thought, there was kind of this build-up that they tried to do to his discovery, but it's already obvious because they showed it in the first 30 seconds of the trailer. Yeah. So I thought that was just kind of a slow build-up where they should have gone straight to him discovering it and him being like, oh my god, and then all the disputes with the NFL. What I liked about it, one thing, is that it actually made me curious about football. And personally, I hate football.
Me too. I hate
people
football.
Hating me, but I hate football. I don't understand the appeal, but this film got me semi-interested in football.
Yes.
What did you not like about it?
Okay. I would think this is a great movie. The only problem is there is absolutely no rewatchability factor.
Yeah.
I could not go, hey, let's watch Concussion for the 5th time. No. I mean, it's a good... that's what separates... In my opinion, that's what separates a good and a great movie. Rewatchability factor. Like, there could be, like, an okay movie that has great rewatchability factor, and you think it's a great movie. Or there's a great movie, but no rewatchability factor. You think it's good. So, we're comparing... what score would you give this?
See, I'm doing it straight down the middle of the line. I give it a 5 out of 10. I can never see myself watching it again. Love romance was forced, but Will Smith and Alec Baldwin were both great in the movie.
I'd give it a 7.
7. Interesting.
Okay.
Alright, so the two movies we're comparing it to are...
The Blind Side and Remember the Titans. What did you think about The Blind Side?
See, I think that Blind Side is one of those really underrated movies.
It is totally underrated. I love this movie. I love The Blind Side.
I loved it too. It was I just love the idea that, you know, for example, you know how they let the stranger into the house in Concussion? I said that felt weird. Yeah. In this movie, to me, it felt totally clear.
Yeah, it felt totally fine because she's just like, do you have anywhere to go tonight? No. why don't you come to our place? And then they start to like him, and that's when, it's not because Concussion, like, it felt like, oh, she doesn't have a home, you should take her. It's more like, I'm walking, like, he's homeless, and he has nothing to do. And, yeah, I really like The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock was amazing in it.
Great.
So was, Quentin Aaron. He was amazing.
Who was Quentin Aaron play?
The main character.
The football player?
Yes.
Yeah, he was good in the movie. I love how his character didn't really pull out a lot of emotion until the ending.
Yes.
Because he was just kind of a confined person, and you really felt bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
You felt bad that his mother didn't really, all the bad stuff that his mother did, and how he's been separated from his brother, and how he doesn't really have a place to stay. All you do is feel bad for him, and you're so glad that he finally makes it into school, and that he finally is, being successful, and that he gets to play football. You really feel for that character. I only really have one issue with the movie.
What's that?
Is that they have this car accident in the movie that I totally saw coming.
Really?
I saw it coming from a mile away.
Oh yeah, I kind of saw it when they're singing, and then they were looking at each other. I was like, I think there may be a car crash.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But besides that, I mean, there's not a lot of bad with this movie. I really enjoy this movie.
Yeah, me too.
It's got a huge rewatchability factor.
It was thoroughly enjoyable, huge rewatchability factor, really, really well shot, especially the football scenes. It really made you feel good, yet it was sad at the same time. I'm going to give this movie a 9.5.
I give this movie an 8. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a movie that, when popping in football movies, that's the one that'll definitely come to my mind.
Yeah.
What did you think of Remember the Titans?
One of the other movies that I would pop in out of a football movie is Remember the Titans. I really love Remember the Titans. I first saw it, we were in PE, we were watching a movie, and we were going to watch, Remember the Titans or another movie, and they chose Remember the Titans, and I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I seriously, the young girl, her acting is amazing. Yeah, she did a really good job. Like both of the little girls did a really, really good job of playing, like just playing their roles and how different they are. And
I thought they were good, well acted. I just didn't think that their characters really did a lot in the movie.
They didn't, but she was the narrator, and that is the big. Again, really, really well shot football scenes, and it's funny there's so many similarities between The Blind Side and Remember the Titans. There's a car crash, and that car crash is done really, really well in this movie. In my opinion, because he is just like, he tells the girl just like, make sure they do well for me, and I really like the racial part of this movie and how they all hate each other and they're all like, we have to play with them, and then and I really like the fat dude and how he's just like, I don't see anything, like he never sees anything different. And
no, he doesn't. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I loved the camp scenes. Those were the first half of it. That was my favorite part of the movie because it was just pure men just, playing football and bonding. Yeah. And it just went, you saw how it started out with whites hating blacks to them being one together and them being friends. Yeah. And I loved the all of the human to human conflict with, the white to black, the coaches too. I saw like all the conflict I thought was really well done. And then when they got to the school, I thought it slowed down a bit. And I didn't find it as enjoyable as the first half. That maybe just because the first half was so great. But I definitely enjoyed Remember the Titans. I think it's definitely one that I will rewatch a few times in my life. Great acting, I believe. There's no like huge actor. I mean, there's Denzel Washington and there's Ryan Gosling, I believe. And those are the only really two big actors in the movie. The rest of them are just they're very good actors in the movie. So I enjoyed The Blind Side. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
You mean Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans, yeah. The Blind Side, Remember the Titans. Yes.
Okay, I will give... I also really liked... Dang it, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just going to give this movie a 9.
9, nice.
Okay.
Alright, well...
So, my difference is Blind Side, The Blind Side, Remember the Titans, Concussion, and yours is the same.
Yep, same exact thing. The Blind Side, Remember the Titans, Concussion. So that concludes our Concussion review. I am Robert Burke.
And I'm Connor Gilbert.
And this has been the Clever Critics. Goodbye.